And so the education system in France continues to modernize through the Middle Ages and then the modern period. So, in the modern period, there are two big factors: royal assent and the Jesuits, who push for school modernization in France. So, Louis XIV is famous for his Versailles castle and his great iconography. The Roi Soleil means Sun King. Uh, does push for more little schools for basic instruction of children, like reading, counting, writing, and they're called écoles paroissiales, so little religious schools which are everywhere. So the king does do an edict in 1698 to push for this, and they're generally reserved for boys and do continue for the entire pan of French history until the Revolution. So these small schools are usually in French as well, and there is also a version for poor people, which are done by the Christians Brothers, and they work for alphabetization of French people all through the f- women's education will stay very limited and will be exclusively in French. The other second big pusher for French modernization will be the Jesuits, which are a famous order of monks and priests. So they create a number of collèges in France. The example of Louis le Grand, which is a great school even to this day, and they continue to teach exclusively in Latin and to children of the elites, so noblemen and bourgeois. Uh, they give diplomas which are essential for certain functions, such as offices, which are usually administrative or military posts in the French system, or uh, law, which is also necessary, and the priesthood, which is very enriching and important in old regime France. So even in colleges, French starts to make uh, an entry on the scene in the 18th century, and then it becomes even more important after the suppression of the Jesuit order in 1763. Excuse me, and people increasingly push away the religious tenets of teaching, such as theology, and it will be even more important to do so after the French Revolution.